In today's video, I will be ranking every enchant in Deepwoken from the least to the most valuable in terms of trading. Also, I own the biggest Deepwoken trading server, so if you disagree with me, you're just wrong. Subscribe if you enjoyed, because only about 20% of the people actually watching this video are sub, and let's get into it. Sadly, Gluttony is actually the lowest in demand right now, and somehow also one of the highest in supply in terms of enchants. Despite this enchant being really good utility, most people don't appreciate the fact that you can outlast anyone in ganks, which usually result in jumping into the nearest ocean, and because of that, this enchant is super low in trading value, unless it's also on high tier weapons. Which is really stupid because, you know, it's a really good enchant. And if you're saying Gluttony shouldn't be the lowest on this list, I agree, but I took the entire middleman team of Deepwoken Trading Hub and I just kind of whomp and I asked them all, and this is the average list. This video is the average list of all of their responses, so you can blame those fucking idiots. Ever since Wild's nerf, or rework, it has significantly dropped in value. It went from mid-tier to being super low in demand due to the fact that it no longer does 25% extra damage, and some people just don't like that they can no longer 1v1 guild members with it equipped. Realistically, the only good use is infinite comboing someone with a guild member who has the elastic enchant, because if you both just spam M1, you're going to kill them and they won't even be able to block parry and dodge. But speaking on block parrying and dodging, a word from today's sponsor. And today's video is sponsored by Yahaha Studios, which is a brand new game creation platform that allows users within it to create and play games with their friends or random people online through the internet, all without any sort of coding or scripting knowledge, through the use of tons of assets which are readily available to the player base through the game's built-in asset library. The game offers a great cross-platform experience where game creators can easily publish their game in just a single click for both PC and mobile players alike to enjoy. Not only that, but you can actually monetize your games to earn actual revenue and money. Make sure to use the link in the description and comment section down below, or the QR code which is on screen now, to download Yahaha Studios today. And now back to the video. Make sure to subscribe and join my Discord in the description and comment section down below. But Metal is also a fairly low demand enchant with high supply. It's not very good either. All it does is steal armor at a slightly faster rate, which is negligible and really only matters if it's a 1v1, because otherwise it's super easy to sit at a campfire and let Thresher scales heal you during large-scale ganks. NLK has gotten nerfed more than any other enchant in the entire game, and with every update where you see this enchant's name in the patch log, it just drops in value more and more. NLK is low in value due to its large downsides, and they nerfed the only upside it actually had. The only people who use NLK are people specializing builds around it, or bad players who need the healing as a crutch. Realistically, this enchant gets worse the better you are at the game, because now you have more downsides, but if you're not getting hit a lot, you're not really getting use out of its upsides. Oh, yeah, I forgot this enchant even exists. A few weeks ago, this would have been close to the top of this list because it was seriously meta. However, now that all it does is offer 50% chip damage and an invisible weapon, most people don't use it unless they want a super high chip build with weapons that already have decent chip damage, which you need to find an obfuscation on a good alloy anyway, which is hard. Because, you know, then you can get a full hit's worth of damage even if they block. But regardless, this isn't very high value anymore, and after the nerf or rework, whatever it's called, the gut, the fucking throwing it in the trash and breaking it, crashing the economy, this enchant is bad. It's not very high value anymore. Grim is low in demand, but also pretty low in supply on good weapons. Grim is better to have than to not have, but its penetration stacks don't bypass the pen cap unless you have that one talent that removes the pen cap. With that talent, this enchant is pretty good, but that would require you making a build with this enchant and that talent in mind, which is just dumb. You shouldn't have to specialize a build around an enchant. It's just dumb. Which is why this enchant is only about medium in value. Heroism is a usable enchant. The higher your health, the more damage you do, and it scales from 100 to 75% health, with a maximum damage buff of 25% and losing about 1% per percentage of damage you take. This enchant is medium in value for the fact that it's better to have than to not have, and the better you are, the better this enchant is, but also if you have 600 HP, then this enchant is better than if you had 400 HP, because, you know, that's how percentages work. 600, fucking 10% of 600 is more than 10% of 400, so you get more damage out of it if your opponent's doing less damage. So, you know, it's an okay enchant for people that are already build carried. This enchant would be low in value if it weren't for daggers and no life king users. Without those two things, it's absolutely low value. And also no, the damage buff is not 20%, it is still 10%, so keep crying, bloodthirsty users, because this enchant will never be high value on anything except Ceruleans and Tonto knives. After the chilling and freeze effect nerfs, this enchant dropped in value significantly and is now mid-tier. It takes about 6 hits to freeze someone, and now you only get about 1 or 2 hits before they unfreeze, because freeze cancellation was added. Oh, they also take less damage while they're frozen, so enjoy that. Because the ability to cancel someone else's freeze effect on you is cool, and not a lazy way to nerf an effect. But regardless, the enchant is also better on faster weapons, because then you can get the most hits possible through the freeze effect before they cancel it. It's an alright enchant. I think it's a bit low on the value list for, you know, it's still being pretty decent. But, fuck this enchant, I hate you. People just seem to love this enchant for some reason, especially on light weapons, because more procs, and then apparently it rarely self-procs, so it's not that bad of a downside. This enchant is more of a meme than an actual enchant, but it can be made into some good actual builds, which is why it's recently increased in value to the mid-tier, especially on light weapons. But who cares about light weapon users? They don't have rights. I honestly don't know why this enchant isn't low value. I think people just like the cool explosions because detonation really isn't that good. However, that doesn't matter because detonation is a mid-tier enchant in terms of trading value, and there's nothing I can do to change that. Unless I want to make a video calling detonation garbage to manipulate the market and crash the Deepwoken economy so I reign supreme. This enchant sets people on fire when you hit them. Most people don't realize how good this enchant actually is, because it's literally just a straight DPS upgrade, because setting people on fire actually does damage. Voice crack, ignore that. Get that out of it. Not sure if you knew, but fire hurts people. Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. And this enchant makes fire. Also, it's really good with Azure Flames because the fire looks cool and edgy and turns blue, which is probably why most people actually use this enchant, because they think the blue flames look cooler, because they're stupid. This enchant is getting close to the higher value in terms of trading, but it's still medium in terms of, you know, trading. It makes you do like 20% more damage every 5 seconds, but you can basically never fight monsters. So it's pretty mid, but people want it for some reason, because 20% more damage every 5 seconds is, I guess, okay. This enchant is okay. It's actually hard countered by No Life King because people can out-regen your damage over time if they have NLK. So it's basically just a flat 10% damage upgrade. So it's better than Bloodthirsty. Anyway, it's the beginning of like high tier in terms of value because people like how it looks. Recently, Storm's value went down significantly, but it's still pretty high tier. It probably went down because people finally got smart enough to realize that an enchant that's strength is decided by whether or not it's fucking raining isn't actually that good and is decided mostly by RNG bullshit. I hate this enchant and its entire concept, but regardless, it's high value when it shouldn't be. Vampirism has gotten a recent resurgence in value, and I don't know why. I don't know if it was buffed or anything, but recently people have really wanted vampirism weapons, and the only explanation I can think of is because they like the way it looks. Because it does look pretty good. This enchant is pretty high in value right now. This is the Bungee Gum enchant. It's always been good and probably always will be good because it has potential for long strings of combos because of how it works. Good enchant, 10 out of 10, I hate it. This enchant is actually in really high demand right now, probably because a Stone Dagger can 2-tap your posture and instantly guard break you for super long and annoying combos. I think that if this enchant had a cool looking effect on it, then it would be the highest value in the game, but it doesn't look cool, so L drip and people don't want it as much as Providence Thorns, which is the highest value enchant in the game. This enchant applies a lot of pressure onto the person you're fighting and is really good in PvE. There's basically no reason to not use a Providence Thorns weapon if you have it. Oh, except it also looks cool, so it's worth even more than if it didn't look cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me your money, subscribe, like, comment, join my Discord, hit that notification bell, and buy a YouTube membership, aka give me your money. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll upload some more. Follow me on Twitch, because I'll be streaming soon, and give me your money. Goodbye. Give me your money. Goodbye.